Waking up to the melodic call to prayer echoing through the ochreed alleys. A day in the life of a local in Marrakech begins with rich tradition and quiet beauty. As the sun rises over the Medina, the scent of fresh mint tea and warm cobs fills the air. From the vibrant souks, buzzing with color and barter, to the tranquil courtyards hidden behind ancient wooden doors, every moment is a dance between old-world charm and everyday rhythm. This is Marrakech through the eyes of those who call it home, authentic, soulful, and endlessly alive. Today we will talk about a day in the life of a local in Marrakech, Morocco. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Early morning in the Medina. As the first light of dawn begins to seep through the ochre-tinted buildings of the Medina, the heart of the old city Marrakech slowly awakens. A local named Youssef, a 35-year-old craftsman, begins his day just before the Fajr prayer. Living with his family in a traditional riad, a house with a central courtyard, Youssef moves through quiet corridors wrapped in the call of the muezzin. The air is cool and carries the scent of spices, baked earth, and orange blossoms from the courtyard tree. After performing his ablutions and offering his morning prayer, Youssef joins his family for a simple breakfast. The meal is usually composed of freshly baked cobs, round Moroccan bread served with olive oil, and amlou, a nutty spread made of almonds, argan oil, and honey. Mint tea, sweetened generously, is a must as it gives the day a gentle yet invigorating start. Journey through the souks. By 7:30, the Medina begins to hum with life. Youssef prepares his cart of handcrafted lanterns and brass goods and pushes it towards his small stall nestled within the souks. The narrow alleys of the souks are labyrinthine, their walls stacked high with colorful fabrics, leather goods, silver jewelry, spices, and pottery. Shopkeepers chat with neighbors, sweep their doorways, and arrange their merchandise with careful pride. Youssef greets fellow artisans, who like him are part of a guild, a community of craftsmen preserving ancient trades passed down through generations. His family has been working in brass for over 100 years. He learned his skills from his father, who learned from his own, and every piece he creates carries this lineage. The first customers are often locals looking for household items or tourists enchanted by the city's allure. Bargaining is part of the culture, and Youssef welcomes it with good humor, engaging in the timeless dance of negotiation. The souks are not just markets, they are living museums of Moroccan identity. As the sun climbs higher, the temperature rises and the alleyways become more crowded with the buzz of commerce, laughter, and the occasional bray of a donkey carting goods. Midday pause in prayer. Around noon, the pace slows slightly as the Adhan for Dhuhr prayer echoes through the streets. Youssef steps away from his stall and joins others in one of the many small mosques dotting the Medina. Prayer in Marrakech is not just an obligation, but a moment of community and reflection. Afterward, it is time for lunch, and Youssef returns home or eats at a nearby food stall. Meals typically include tajin, a slow-cooked stew with meat, vegetables, and spices, served bubbling in conical clay pots. Couscous is also a favorite, especially on Fridays, the holy day. Local stalls serve harira, a hearty tomato and lentil soup, often accompanied by dates, and shabakia, sweet sesame cookies, twisted into floral shapes and fried. Afternoon routine and rest. The early afternoon is marked by a lull in activity as the sun reaches its peak. Youssef often takes this time for a short nap or to run errands. He might visit the communal oven to bake bread prepared by his wife or shop for fresh produce from a nearby souk, where vendors shout out the quality of their figs, pomegranates, and olives. The concept of community is strong in Marrakech. Neighbors often drop by unannounced, and a cup of tea is always ready for guests. Children return from school dressed in uniforms, chatting in a mix of Arabic, Berber, and French. Older family members gather in shaded courtyards, sharing stories or shelling peas for dinner. Evening work and leisure. By late afternoon, Youssef returns to his stall for the evening rush. This is when the Medina truly comes alive. The cooler air brings out more shoppers and tourists who are drawn by the golden hour that makes the city glow. Street performers gather in Jama el-Fna, the central square of Marrakech, a cultural phenomenon in itself. Musicians, snake charmers, storytellers, and acrobats create a carnival of sound and sight that has been recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage. While Youssef does not perform, he often passes by the square on his way home, admiring the chaos with a familiar fondness. Dinner at home is a family affair. The table is low and surrounded by cushions. Meals are shared from a communal dish eaten with bread rather than utensils. Youssef's children recount their day at school, while his wife pours tea from a height into delicate glasses, creating a froth that Moroccans consider essential. The evening might end with a walk on the rooftop to admire the stars or watching a football match on a shared screen in a neighborhood cafe with friends. Cultural and religious identity. Religion plays an important role in the life of a local in Marrakech, but it is woven naturally into the day rather than enforced rigidly. The 5 daily prayers are moments of pause but also structure. The Islamic calendar shapes celebrations such as Eid and Ramadan, during which the city transforms completely. Ramadan evenings are marked by communal iftars, with dates, milk, soup, and sweets, followed by long nights of prayer and gathering. Local customs also include visits to shrines of saints, known as marabouts, where people seek blessings or healing. Language is another layer of cultural identity. Moroccan Arabic, or Darija, is the main spoken language, but Berber dialects are still prevalent, especially in the surrounding regions. French is widely understood and used in administration and education, and English is increasingly popular among the younger generation, adapting to modern realities. While tradition holds strong, Marrakech is not untouched by modernity. Younger locals like Youssef's cousin Amin work in digital marketing from co-working spaces that have popped up across the city. Others are involved in tourism management, fashion design, and tech startups. The rise of Instagram and TikTok has brought new attention to traditional crafts, and many artisans now run online shops shipping goods across the world. Still, the essence of Marrakech lies in its ability to preserve its identity while evolving gracefully. Public transport remains modest, with small buses and a growing network of shared taxis. Yet electric scooters and smartphones have become common sights even in the Medina. Challenges and hopes. A day in the life of a local is not without challenges. Economic pressures have grown, especially as tourism fluctuates. Youssef worries about rising costs, rent, and education for his children. He also speaks of environmental concerns such as water scarcity and urban development encroaching on historic sites. But like many locals, he finds strength in faith, family, and the city's resilient spirit. The values of hospitality, respect for elders, and community cooperation guide daily life and provide a support system that modern cities often lack. The soul of Marrakech. As night deepens and the sounds of the city fade into a lullaby-esque silence, the essence of Marrakech comes to light. The warm glow of lanterns, the scent of cumin and orange peel, the sound of laughter echoing in courtyards all reflect a life lived in harmony with history. Youssef lies in his modest bed, dreaming perhaps of the day his son will take up the craft, continuing a legacy that stretches back centuries. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.